Yeah, they fucking.
They pussies hurt.
Yeah, this ain't okay. I had my. Yeah, and I had my title, and I had a picture. They had like a picture. That sure was. Check it. No, the Android ray, that iPhone, like Poly Crisis. My bad. Okay. Stuff like that. Yeah. I think they do. You about to crash, bro. America's finished, bro. Be careful, bro.
Yeah, it's over with.
Fuck, nigga.
Yeah, that way it was this. That's why they doing it. See?
Era como lo mismo. Pero
Title. Now I said title required. The gator title, open form. Do that shit, bro.
They fucking with me.
Fact.
They fucking with him.
Oh shit. I get them powers, man. I'm going to visit them, come right off the computer in their hand.
Go straight to the YouTube fucking center. Oh shit.
All right. Okay.
My uncle's that one of the fucking bands.
See?
Why the fuck is it?
We did that. See?
Hold on. I ain't gonna
Okay, raise your bag.
Hold on.
I was wondering.
God damn it. Okay. All right. Orientation. We want horizontal. It's on fucking horizontal. Okay.
Tell me they mad at that,
Yeah.
that image.
Like I said, you
I'm
know,
gonna put it right back up.
does he have that vertical thing locked by any
Yeah.
chance?
No, it wasn't locked. It was on. Well, the save. I hit save.
You didn't hit save.
You gotta change it. Yeah, it's Polly, bro. Open for.
That should remind me. We're not about to talk about this stupid athlete right there. Lost.
Fuck him.
You got your other phones?
Daddy.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it.
Save. Okay.
Had to like move to like fire, bro.
They usually show the picture, but that's all right.
Sounds good.
There we go. All right, we up. We up, yo. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to double honors to the elder apostles as well as the elder bishops who labored to teach us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word of truth, sincerity, and indeed, we are a branch of the branch of Great Millstone, Chicago, reporting live from the belly of the beast. Another Saturday with some more of it, man. Go ahead, brother.
This the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Amen. Or evil, pestilence. Like we said earlier in this week, man. Pestilence, man. All right. That H thing. They setting the stage up. All right. They got the so-called victims scattered around the four corners of America as well as the four corners of the earth. So you see the play. You see they're getting ready to shut this shit down again. And what's going to come with the shutdown? What is this all a part of? A polycrisis. Okay. Somebody can get that definition, Bob Bouchard. It's in the thumbnail, but we're going to say it live, man. We're going to put it in your face because this is just another chess move to eliminate the dollar.
Yep.
To completely usher in the digital prison planet that the men of the Lord been prophesying about for decades now, man.
I got it. We got polycrisis occurs when an unexpected event severely disrupts routine governance, threatening core social values and forcing leaders to make urgent decisions under pressure. It exposes deep institutional flaws, challenges the legitimacy of authorities, and often triggers massive shifts in public administration.
It's another one. It's another definition. Go ahead.
A polycrisis is a situation where multiple interconnected and distinct crises, e.g., or examples, climate change, war, pandemics, and economic instability, occur simultaneously and amplify each other.
Is that not happening?
It's happening
War.
right now.
Pestilence.
Get that second extra 9 just to follow that up.
I have policies luckily
Still that you. They sit down, they use a pen and sit down and they create and they sign into law all these unrighteous decrees that cause nothing but death,
Mhm.
while referring to another nation, another people as terrorists, violence, and savages, and all these other degrading words. And there's no one is responsible for more blood than the so-called white man here in America. That is the Christian. He's extreme Christian. He's Christian extreme. Have shed more blood in this world than any other
Yeah, it's on.
the history of mankind. And they're all inside the and a subsidiary to the Judeo Christians that are also within that government. Okay. Matter of fact, before you even read that, I just want to say this, man. All right, I was watching a video and a guy gave some statistics on numbers. And now we know for sure that they will go to war, they'll shoot missiles at the moon. You know they're gonna reach it, but you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Before they unleash the Epstein file. Because what happened with that is that it turns out that 89% of the men that are in the Epstein files are not only are they Edomites, but they're J-ish.
Wow, no
You
wonder.
see,
Now that
they make up and only 2% of the victims are J-ish women.
Hmm.
So basically J-ish men are allowed to do whatever the hell they want to white women here and to white Christians in America, but yet you Christian still uphold and uplift these people. So that's what the statistical numbers reveal. 89% of them with J-ish, Jewish-ish people. So men. So you know, pale Jewish men. So you know that who owns the media? Yep. There's no way and even if they were white Christian men, they still wouldn't bring it out because we live in a society where the white male needs to be upheld as a standard of what's good and moral. When not only does America now know, but the whole world knows that that's not the case. If you're being honest, right? If you're being honest, and even the devil will laugh and agree with you behind scenes. Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna say that on camera though, but you're right. It's because they know. Go ahead, read that scripture, Papa.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Go ahead.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people and the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right. So you take that, and then you take a couple other scriptures. There's your polycrisis was in the Bible. The Lord told you it'd be happening, and most of these polycrises, a good number of them are man-made.
exactly.
Okay, they're completely and totally man-made, and I've said since they first introduced it, the moment that they say cyber security or cyber threat, I automatically, have that look, that twisted up lip look, because that is a crime that can do so much damage, but it's also a crime that could be completely and totally faked or done from the inside. So then I now have the go-ahead to change procedure and change policy. And when you claim a crime like that, you could just point a finger at anybody.
Yeah.
Any walker by, you can just say, well, yeah, they did it. So you can't, right. So there's no evidence, no truth. So that's just not, it's an easy scapegoat. It's a very easy way out because they don't have to produce any proof.
Yeah.
Right.
Because producing proof, oh, well, that would put in danger national security. So, we can't show you fraudulent. I mean,
Right.
because if you show the proof, you're going to see it's going to be just like in the movies. The call's coming from within the house. Okay? It's coming from within the house, man. Right? Go ahead. Bring it up.
Going also into the polycrisis even more. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, and most of these content creators and most of the alternative media guys, all they're talking about is the poly crisis. They're talking about food shortages, war, crash of the dollar. That's poly crisis. This is what they're talking about, and how this gas shortage. Look,
Oh man.
look, the gas prices. Some people are being realists because they understand that if I'm a delivery company, all right, and I gotta pay $10 to $15 a gallon for gas, now it's gonna cost you way more for me to ship it. And now for me as a company that's filling up your truck with my goods and services to sell, I gotta pay all this extra money to transport it to you. Then if I keep the prices where they are, I'm gonna go out of business. So I gotta raise the prices up. So what they're about to do is just make everything. And look, if you just want some random shit, you might want to get it right now. All right, even if it's shit you don't need, because you won't be able to not only get what you do need, you won't be able to get what you don't need. So if you just want to take a little money and spend it on some bullshit, now's the time, because in the next couple weeks, couple months, that ain't gonna be the case, man. Because they already, I think gas in California is already at $8, $9, and on the East Coast, it's catching up to it. It won't be long before the middle filters in, man.
I was at Costco.
Okay, so and then the diesel prices are way up, and
Yeah.
so diesel is the gas that all these trucking companies use to bring all these services to these stores so people can buy it. Okay, yeah, he gonna have to try.
He threw.
You know he threw it. He know race.
Yeah, he may as well fall in on this.
He not threw it.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 17 says, a man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity.
And yeah, just yesterday, we was downtown, right? Capo. Yesterday, it was by the bridge. Now I know you talked about how those bridges are gonna get a lot of lifted. They're gonna get lifted. Certain
And,
parts.
and I called them years before it happened, and then it happened. With the BLM and the C-19 drama, they raised those bridges. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
So your neighbor is going to become your enemy.
Yeah.
That same guy you share the joint with, that same guy you share the beer with, that same guy that you creeped on his wife when he went home, that dude coming for you. All right? And he coming because he's desperate to feed himself and his kids. And it's nothing personal, Jim. It's nothing personal, Bob. I actually like you, Bob. Sorry that I have to do this to you. All right? But yeah, that's what's gonna be going down, man. You done went to the range and bought all these firearms and bought all these rounds. You've been practicing, so that you can fight off the onslaught of those inner city zombies.
Right.
And it's gonna be your neighbor, all right? But then you forgot that old Jimmy boy, served for 20 years and was in special forces and sniper platoon and all that shit. You the one that's fucked.
Yeah, because you always said there's preppers that store food and there's preppers who prep weapons.
Yeah.
To get your shit.
You're right.
Yeah.
But you best believe, man, you watch the interviews with that dude, the Reaper. All right, and just to go to show you, the Jet can outdo Esau in anything he do, including Esau's own blessing.
Oh, that redhead nigga.
Yeah,
The sniper. Yeah, motherfucker.
yeah. That dude got friends just like him. And you watch them interviews when he talked about how when the lights go out, when he got to feed his children, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And when he said when there's no more rule of law, when the lights go off, he said I'm proud of that. He said that I'm gonna be at home with that. And look, that dude, what he got like 175 confirmed kills or some shit like that. And then they people were trying to down talk him. They don't like it when somebody outdo Esau in their own thing.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So they had him hit a target I think he hit a target a couple times at 1,000 meters. They said he couldn't do it. Right? Then they had him go a mile out. He hit the target. And he hit it multiple times.
Damn.
So it ain't no fluke. Ain't no
And
luck.
with wind.
With
He
win,
adjusted the when he adjusted the wind.
Yeah.
He told dude, you know, he was giving him. Then he adjusted it. Bang, bang. Kept hitting that shit. Yeah.
Lead the hype, nigga.
So
Right.
believe the hype, man.
Right.
And look, and we always tell you, Esau, anything that you do, Jay can do better.
Yeah.
Real talk.
And
If given the opportunity,
Yeah, and he had
You
a
know,
laser gun,
they-
his beam on it. This is just straight sight.
straight sights.
And y'all in trouble.
Kentucky.
All right.
Christian, that
Okay, it's just going to show you. I mean, when you think about ancient Rome, man, the greatest gladiators, just like the greatest gladiators today, modern, are actually generals. The same thing in the football arena, the basketball arena, the eternal argument about Michael and LeBron. You know, was somebody even go get involved in that? Hey, both them niggas raw as hell, man.
Come,
And you know, and then you almost gotta you gotta always give Kobe an honorable mention.
definitely.
You know what I mean? Kobe was,
yeah, man.
Hey,
The disrespect.
but the point,
Hey, El, didn't you say it was a Jake that when Titus Domitian in that war that it was a Jake that conquered Jake that something helped them?
yeah,
It was like a general,
well, we
right?
learned that from Apostle Kahak.
I forgot.
His name was
Man, I forgot that man.
for Tiberius
Yeah,
something, yeah.
Alexander, yeah.
But his name was Tiberius, but he was a Judite that basically rode on his own people.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, old Buffalo soldier, murdering Gad, okay, fighting Gad. Well, they had to do something because the Comanche and the Apache, they had never faced guys like that. They ain't know the Sioux, the Blackfoot, they ain't never faced motherfuckers. The Lakota, they had never faced them type. Them East Coast motherfuckers was docile. Man, they got to the West, man, they was different.
Yes, sir.
You know, these dudes was different.
I got something right quick.
Bring it out.
This is
It's Tiberius Julius Alexander.
Yeah.
Thank
Tiberius.
you. Tiberius Julius Alexander. He was a Judite in the Greek. All right, one of them Israelite foreigners, one of those Hellenists in Acts 6:1, so one could grab it. He was a Hellenist Jew that completely abandoned his own and fought with the other side and helped destroy his own people. And you best believe he what was that movie with that nigga cop somebody was cooning for Esau? How much he hated niggas. Was that Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
That Sam Jackson that plays that role?
Nah,
No,
it was a different nigga.
Okay, but now, yeah, there you go. Yeah, but he was cooning for Esau, you know. Right. He wanted to oppress his own people
Yeah.
more than Esau did. No.
like this.
This is Acts 6:1. And in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews. Right. So those Grecians right there, that word, I'm just going to check, that word is Hellenist. Right. And the definition of a Hellenist or Hellenistic, right, it's pretty much the same thing, close enough. All right. But the definition of a Hellenist is a Greek-speaking Jew. So he was still a Judite from the tribe of Yahweh. He just was in the Greek. All right, he grew up a Grecian. Okay, and so, but today, Christians will read that and they'll get a whole different meaning from that because they don't go into the meaning of words like that. And why should they? Why should they go into the meaning of words and then reveal everything? They want to read everything with a one world view. All right, it's like saying the word world, all right, and not breaking down how many different, definitions it is for that one word. All right, you can't take a brush and paint a broad stroke over something like that. You got to go into detail. All right, so read it again, Bob Bishop. And in the Acts 6:1, and in those days when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration. There you go, because they would. So why would the Greeks, so that the administration goods and service for the Hebrews, why would they be giving them to them? They have nothing to do with it. It's not physical Greeks. Why would they be giving it to them? If they was heathens, you see? So the Hebrew women were in the same line to get bread that the Greek women were in line for. No, stupid.
Yeah, West.
Right? Can I get my
Hey, stupid.
there you go. Right. We had to get the little English accent. All right. Those were your Israelites. Okay, those Hellenized Israelites. And that's one of the main reasons why it's so much confusion now refers to this book, because they leave out with their Christianism. These pastors and these and when you go to these schools to learn this stuff, the seminary schools, we gonna call them cemetery schools, like the apostles does. All right, they're gonna teach you this universalism, and that's not the case, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's not the case.
That's why the apostles always say, you got to understand the history to understand the
History. And so what they leave out that 400-year period of the Greek captivity. They go straight from the Babylonian captivity straight to Matthew, straight to the Roman captivity. And you leave out the Greek captivity. And that's when the Israelites began to be called Greeks. All right, just like anyone who comes to America now is called Americans. All right. After the slaves weren't called Americans when they first came here.
Right.
They weren't even called Americans while they were slaves. They weren't called Americans until after they got emancipated. And they still were hesitant to call them that then. Okay? Facts we're sharing with you here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mate, even to the point where you have a group of Israelites arguing over being called FBA, Foundational Black Americans, saying that they're only Americans. That just goes to show you that it don't take long for you to actually lose that heritage and just assimilate yourself into the culture of wherever you at, man.
Exactly. Yeah. It's that simple, man. All right, and it's I find it amazing that people will argue over the simplest things or the important matters they don't even get argued over.
Right. Right.
Yeah, EJ. Right. He get a pass.
Better.
Go ahead.
1 and 14. It says, this laying back what we started with earlier about the Lord coming back to visit this wicked kingdom. This happened to Israel, but it's happening right now to this wicked kingdom now in America. It's Zephaniah 1:14. It says, the great day of Yahweh is near, it is near and hasten greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry bitterly. And that's what they're doing now. They're crying bitterly because we're on the blocks. You know what I mean? We're standing out with great boldness, telling them about who they are.
Well, basically, technically, that's talking about when times get really bad, and that's what we're coming down to, man.
Yeah.
All right, and
Esau is crying out every day on the internet.
yeah. You know, yeah. Well, yeah.
There's a number of videos of Edomites literally crashing out, it's screaming and yelling about how they're gonna react, what they're gonna do. You know, because the ones who are realists, they can see that the door is about to shut. And then it's Jake that sleep and have no clue. They think everything fine and dandy because the sun is out.
Why the tree is still green? What says if they do these things in the green tree, what shall be done in the dry? So if you crying out like that song, if you think you're lonely now,
Right.
yeah, wait until tonight. That's what the scripture says, the night cometh when no man can work. All right, and we not even gonna be out here when the night really gets dark. That nigga Vincent Price, darkness falls across the land. You had fucking fools coming out the damn sewer and shit, man. The freaks come out at night. All right, man, that's what shit. Look, because the Lord's gonna, man, we look forward to that, man. You know, I mean, we love doing this work and all, but man, we ready to move into phase 2, man.
Yeah, we're ready to look. We're all tired.
Yeah.
All right, this is a labor of love, and even more so, we do this out of fear of the Lord because we're ordained to do this. See, that's how you know. And how many times we said there is no where is the J-ish camps, little hats on every corner around the world trying to wake up the rest of the 12 tribes, right? With the sign, okay? Yeah, because the narrative that they push don't fit. They're already home.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
So no, the Israelites are still scattered. They're still scattered in every place where they were sold to, and every place that they ran to, they're still scattered.
Yeah, and that cuts these dumbass ISUPK niggas talking about ain't no Israelites in Africa, man.
That's that's the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
And so when the slave ships came, they took every Israelite.
Right.
And when no and then when no Israelites look was not Samson boning up the Hamite women.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So what makes you think that them years that Jake was among them Hamite women? You know our men got way more flavor than them other men. You know, hands down.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you think they weren't getting with them women? Are you out of your mind?
Right.
Don't the scripture
Because
say?
they was, because I mean, I particularly don't really care for Hamite women, but there is a fine.
Yeah, them Cushite Kush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the reason, and see, the reason Kush is so fine is because of the Elamite and Ishmael, you know. But them regular Hamites, they really ain't that fine. Right, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kush,
oh yeah.
they've been mixing and mingling with Elam and Ishmael for generations after generations after generations. They got a complete different look. Them women are absolutely gorgeous. But the regular actual plate in the lip, ring around the neck,
Yeah.
Hamite, no man.
Yeah, you keep them ashy as fuck, man.
That kept the red shit.
But the scripture says that
I got more hair than they do.
Right.
yeah, the scripture says that the Israelites will be scattered into every nation, man. So that's a cut right there, bro. It's gonna be Israelites everywhere, man. All right, and scriptures clearly say the Lord's gonna gather the elect from the four corners of the earth, man. Be like you, ISBK niggas, you're not on no kind of level, man. You really should be shutting the fuck up, man. You know, what it says, if thou has knowledge, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon that.
Most of them don't. They're only one that really talks, speaks.
Yeah, yep,
And it's mostly the GMS secret disciple,
Yeah.
Captain Tazariak. He only the talking points and the knowledge that he has. He came to ISUPK doing more than all of them. That's why he got elevated.
Yeah.
How you gonna come to them and all these men that were ahead of you are now under you and behind you?
Right.
That's why, because he came from Great Millstone.
Exactly.
So he went over there with all kind of knowledge.
Exactly.
And he a tall, big dude, so they put him up front, man.
Yeah.
It's real simple. And now, whatever, man. He's just big for nothing.
Big as hell, but not-
They want to. They trying to be podcast Israelites, man. That's all it is. It's just another hustle, and it's gonna do you no good. at that
Israelite
day.
hustle.
That's all it is, man. You're trying to have this world-friendly doctrine because it's lucrative, or you're trying to gain more members in the name of filthy lucre. And it's all gonna backfire on you because you now got blood on your hands. We got the receipts of y'all saying go take that thing.
And
Back
so
into-
how many people got myocarditis? How many people checked out?
Yeah.
How many people got blood clots and all other and all gang and the heel,
Yeah.
right? And now the hunter, because it turns out as they trying to push the hunter, that I think it was on page 48. It gave you the receipts of the in the documents. I believe it was on page 48 or page 1048, wherever it is. I saw the breakdown of all the effects
Yeah.
from the vid, and the hunter, all right, was one of them.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you people walk around with the HIV,
Right.
all right. Because there's warnings not to go. Don't be sexing up no women that took that shot. It's not wise thing to do. So.
Yeah.
Evidence of that is that on these when these sperm donors, when these women are looking for to do the in vitro and things of that nature, they're looking for unvaccinated sperm.
Exactly.
And the same thing with blood.
Exactly.
So why is that?
Hey,
And
Elder,
then they try to deny and say, "Oh, that's not true."
It's very true.
No, it's very true.
You're right. You can't even donate blood if you took that Ciroc.
And they try to say that's not true.
That's a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
hey, one of them UPK niggas. Oh no, General Yohana himself. His main breakdown on why you should take, the injection is, hey, you survived the crack epidemic. How you just gonna tell me, nigga, I survived crack, nigga? Not everybody mama was on crack, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you survived this, you
Maybe
survived
his
that.
was. That's why he
Yeah, but that's why Scripture says these men shall not profit thee at all in that day, man. See, we're telling you news you can use, man. All right, this is what's going to profit you in the day of calamity, man. The truth, man. You know, these guys, like the brother said, they got blood on their hands.
What's that scripture says that you shouldn't seek death, you shouldn't seek out
Death,
destruction.
in the day of thy,
You know, that you right. So basically,
yeah,
when you trying, that's why the scripture said if you you know, him who tries to save his life shall lose it, and he that goes to lose his life shall save it. So a lot of people just have faith in the Lord and said, "No, I'm not taking it," and lost their job.
Yep.
All right, and then you got people who saved their job, and now they got the hit.
Yep.
Or now they got the hunter. Now they got myocarditis. Right? And their athletic son who was playing soccer and you know collapsed dead on the soccer field in the strength of his life. You 19, 18 years old, college, 20 years old, and collapsing, you know. Pro football players collapsing all around the world, man. They try to downplay it like it wasn't happening. And everybody's looking at the videos of it happening.
Multiple avenues.
You know, just collapsing all over the place. On the basketball court, on the soccer field, all right, on the football field, on the track and field, you know. Yeah, they just collapsing all over the place, man. Tennis players.
Wow.
yeah.
You know,
And this guy's the man. Hey,
because you bullied and scared these people, all right? You were very disingenuous. And then you just got dumbass people who believe if it's on TV and a white guy said it, then it must be true.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of our people that think that way. Man, if that was true, the white man wouldn't let that happen. Or they would have told us. It would have been on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
But they did all this preaching against them because IUSPK, they're not gonna give you no prophecy. Only thing they're gonna do is say the white man and the black man and the white man. So you did all this black man and white man shit to tell you, put tape to the chest. You know?
Trust the white.
Yeah. Not trust him, you know, because he gonna give you something so good. Right. Yeah, nigga. Hey, that's why the scripture says their own shepherds pity them not, man. All right, because these are supposed to be leaders. That's why the Lord has a great controversy with men. That's why it says, make not thyself many masters, lest you have the greater condemnation, man. You know, these people that put themselves in positions to be leaders, man, those are the number one people that the Lord is going to want to chop their fucking head off. Excuse my language. Want to chop their head off, man. You know, what says there's a controversy with the priests, man. The Lord has a controversy with you niggas.
This is Proverbs 14 and 15 in the NLT. Only simpletons believe everything they're told. The prudent carefully consider their steps. So, like I said, man, you got to be a damn simpleton if your so-called leader is preaching everything against your enemy to then tell you to trust your enemy's science when it comes to medical, when it comes to your life.
Yeah.
This man, the very same man that has polluted the air, the water, the food, and the mines,
You got
now
to
wants
read
to
every
save
label,
your life.
bro. You got to read every label.
You're
Like,
first.
You got to read every label. You know, my woman last night, she had some kimchi, and you know, and it was in. She said, "Yeah, I got this, and it's supposed to help move plastic. You know, the chicken out of plastic bottles, and move out the pan." And she said, "This." So I started reading. You know, I wanted to see what was in it. As far as I wanted to know the sodium content. You know, and I'm looking at potassium, sodium, all that stuff. Then I got down. Then I saw warning under it. It was very few things in English because it was in Korean. Because I guess kimchi is real big with them.
Yeah.
And then I read the warning and it said cancer causing carcinogens. Warning, reproductive and cancer and risk of cancer if you use this product. So I'm like, well, damn, what else did they add to it?
Exactly.
It was and it was right there on the bottom.
Exactly. What else did
But then so it's bright and telling you know it's the way the packaging is, the average person will miss that part. They'll see all the benefits of it, and then they'll just buy it. And then it said destruction to reproductive organs, cancer causing a warning.
Yeah.
And then I read that and I said, "Did you see this?" And she read it and she just grabbed it and walked over to the garbage and dropped it in the garbage.
Yeah.
But you know, that there it goes, man.
You gotta read everything. You'll have some shit you'll think is healthy. You'll look down and it'll say contains bioengineered ingredient.
Yeah,
Yep.
Everything.
And that's damn near everything. That's why,
Yep.
you know, I try to, when I go get shit, I try to make sure I see that K, that parve, that
Mhm.
kosher.
Yep,
Don't that say kosher on it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta adapt, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be you gotta use your wits, man.
Yeah, because you'll read something and you know, and it's like, man, this look good, and you'll see all these wholesome
Man,
stuff on it.
man.
All right.
No.
All right. Then you'll turn around and you'll look at it, and then all of a sudden you'll see contains what do you call it? Shit that crawl?
Crab.
Crustaceans or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of right, it contains shellfish. That's the way they right. That's what they'll say contains shellfish. And I'm looking, I'm like, why? There is no need, no reason for that to be in these ingredients. None.
Yeah.
They had
Why did you have to go and put some crayfish in some shit that had cashews, honey, and you know, and then all of a sudden, right.
It's crazy.
they put that shit in the juicy juice. It was some kind of crustacean blood. It was like blue shit. I think they used it like to make that luciferase shit. It's called luciferase. It's like blue shit that's supposed to light up. That's how you know somebody took your dig, man. Hey, but see, to be a leader and then teach our people and send them into that, man. You know, hey, man, that's some wicked ass shit, man. That's why the Lord, it was it says Daniel's 9:4. When you go into Daniel's 9:4 with the angels, is it okay if he grabs that scripture?
Absolutely, bro.
Daniel's 9:4, because they
I
began.
think we ISUPK. We bring out scripture out here.
Yeah, the black man and the white man. The white man and the black. That's their whole doctrine, man. Nigga, you ain't gonna get not one.
Hey, brother, you got the mark of the beast if you sleeping with that white woman.
Man, bro.
Insane.
I'm trying to take that every other night. But go ahead, man.
It's the book of Daniel. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 4. It says, and I prayed unto the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, my power.
Ezekiel 9:4, Salaki. Salaki, brother.
I got the Go ahead, bro. It's Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Right, and we're here to set the record straight, man. That M-A-R-K is not the same M-A-R-K in the book of Revelations, man.
Not the same word.
Right.
It's the same word in English, but not. It's a different word in the Hebrew from the Greek. Complete different meanings.
That's right, man. And you know, you have IUIC. See, they try to deceive the minds of the simple. Okay, because simple people, the brother just read it, the prudent, you know, they not gonna some of the prudent and those that are not prudent, they're not gonna with the simple believe every word. You know, and they use these English is just enough for me. That's why they tell you don't go into these words. That's why the Wadi Yahaba Shemi Al-Shah, we have true teachers to teach us to go into these words, man. No, but you got it.
Hey, yo, these niggas will tell you you don't need to go into the Hebrew and the Greek. You don't need to know the names in the Hebrew. Yet these niggas got Hebrew names.
Hebrew names.
Yeah.
Ask him what his name means.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to go into the Hebrew to figure out his name. The hypocrisy.
It's the hypocrisy because you were given a Hebrew name with a meaning behind it.
Yep.
Which means you have to go and look it up to find it out. But the highest names, the two highest names in all of creation,
Yeah.
you could just say whatever you want.
Right. Hello. That sounds like somebody.
You can just say, think about it. I want you to really think about this for a moment. The one who gave the power to another to create everything. Everything you see, hear, smell, taste, and what you can't see. You know, if you're looking through the camera, you can see every time the wind blows, the trees and the bushes waving behind us. All right, but you can't physically see the wind. Not only can you see it, we can feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, we can feel it blowing, but we can't see it. I can't tell you what it looked like, but I can see what it's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is exactly. Hey, listen, man. Hey, we got the bird of the truth up here, man.
Oh, your mouth.
You know, we'll really get fucked up messed up by the Lord if we don't teach the proper doctrine. But you can finish that out.
Ezekiel 9:5. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women.
That's a female, Debo. And the Lord don't get no damn, man. And the Lord gonna kill kids, all right? I say kill, right? Because it ain't murder, all right? Kill women, children, and old, young. It don't matter, man. But go ahead.
It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary.
Right, and that mark is the Hebrew word "tawah," which means to be exempt for judgment. That's why in the book of Revelations it talks about the elect getting a white stone. Because when you go into the Roman times, that white stone represented being exempt from judgment. All right.
You know what? Salakia, brother. That just bothered me. I gotta speak it.
Yeah.
All right, because that vexed a lot of brothers. Okay, we just saw a chocolate thing that was pretty. That was a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Now we saw a big dude walk by that had titties. Edomite. Yeah. There was another Edomite across the street, a skinny dude with titties, but you can still tell they was dudes.
Yeah.
That is dangerous.
Yeah, that was dangerous. Yeah, that could fool a motherfucker.
That was that. So it's to go to, and I know that Jake didn't have more money than them Edomites.
Yeah.
So what that's telling me, that person was probably locked up or something.
Yeah.
Or in the military, and they paid. You know, they took care of that.
Yeah.
No shit. Esau paid.
Okay.
Rich Edomites pay for Jake's surgery and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so somebody with deep pockets
Yeah.
sponsored, because there's no way they could afford it to do that type of surgery where you actually look like a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't get no help. Ain't no free health care unless you want to get your dick chopped off.
You want to you want to mutilate yourself?
And so this thing is walking up on a tight dress on.
Yeah.
With a with
tits.
print and a female genitalia print as well, but it wasn't real.
It wasn't. Yeah.
It didn't last.
So they mean that they snipped and cut and pushed it up in there and
reconstructed.
That was a full blown, went all the way.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All right. That's what that was, man.
A trans gentleman.
And y'all want to stay here, bro? America, hey, this place got to go, bro. All right, man.
Hey, that thing can get a job teaching children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And guess what? You know who's gonna support it?
Yeah.
Big woman.
And if that motherfucker did trick you, say you was at the bar and you was drunk, it wouldn't be considered rape. There would be no law against it. And matter of fact,
now that you mention that, there are guys who have gone to jail for reacting and stuff like that happened to them.
Yeah.
There's guys who've been locked up because they freak out and they do damage to the thing. Right?
Yeah.
And then they held accountable.
Yeah, it is correct. Just got locked up. They showed that he found out. He found out.
Yeah, because that thing right there in a dim lit bar and club, I just said it to Capo.
Yeah.
You know, hey, how did Fat Joe say it? We parking lot pimping.
Yeah, a couple of
It
drinks.
goes right. It's taking you out to the parking lot,
Right.
and giving you top. You think, man, I done came up.
Right.
All right.
I was fooling y'all.
You know.
Yeah.
That's it's sickening.
Yeah.
It's sickening, man.
Yeah. And hey.
So it said we go back to that Exodus 94 that you had. I mean,
This has to go.
see, we're signing crying about this, these things. That's what we're doing.
What's going on?
We're signing crying about the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. That was a horrific abomination, man.
Yeah, man.
How the baddest broad on the block of dude
That was fucked up, man.
at the moment, at that time,
That was fucked up.
right?
That was fucked up.
The baddest broad on the block was a dude.
Motherfucker
At that particular time, he thought it was funny that he was how I fooled y'all.
Yeah.
He smiled because brothers reading, all of a sudden he look up just see shiny, ebony ass, big ass titties, all, and all of a sudden you look at the rest of it, and you're like, wait a minute,
Hold on.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I believe that we only picked it up because we're spiritual.
Yeah.
Because to them dudes over there,
Yeah.
if it walked down the alley past them, they'd have been hollering at it.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, girl?
A lot of them don't even care too.
I was just gonna say that a lot of them don't even care.
That'd make it even worse.
The thing to tell you, hey, I'm actually a trans gentleman. Shit, looking like that, I don't get no fuck. He gonna take another shot of that, and And he finna go to town on that.
I'll be saying that shit a hole a hole.
Yeah, man. You gotta be you gotta
That,
watch
that's
this niggas, man.
clearly that's one of them jail niggas. Hey.
Man.
That's
Mexican.
Yeah, get that for the hell.
It's Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And that's what we're doing
Yeah.
when it comes to the abominations that they put ingredients into the food, that they're putting into the water, that they're putting into the air, and then that thing that walked by and really disturbed my spirit. You know, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you got other camps like it, brother. Then you got these other camps. They're not signing crying about any of that. They want to stay here.
Yeah.
They don't
They
touch
want
those.
to tell you to agree, with this man.
Yeah.
Okay, when you should be against this man.
Hey, Elder, because there's things, man. Hey, the righteous, we understand. There's things walking around that should not be above ground, man. Okay? All right. That should not, there's things that even a dog knows when it takes a shit, like it gets to kicking. You know what I'm saying? It understands that something that shit is supposed to be above ground. Oh, even when you die, like your cat, it won't even be hungry, but he'll start taking pieces of you because he knows that it's something its instinct knows that this is a dead body. I need to get rid of it. It could cause, because we know it causes diseases and shit like that. There's certain things that should be buried, man. Something like that should be underground. Righteous men understand that, man. You know, but it says, so if I may say, it say the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, man.
Right.
And we are in the rulership of the most vile person, man. When we're coming to the end, it says the vile person shall no more be called liberal, man.
This is Sirach 17:26. Turn again to the Most High and turn away from iniquity, for he will lead thee out of darkness into the light of health and hate you abomination vehemently, man.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to passionately hate this wickedness. You're supposed to passionately speak up against this bullshit, man. It's supposed to make you feel a certain type of way. Granted, we've been in Babylon, walking in the light of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Some shit you get numb to, but some shit you just see it and you just like, oh my God, man.
Second Peter, so what is it, the third or is it the second chapter? It talks about righteous lot.
Yeah.
It was vexed,
The conversation of the wicked
no?
every day.
Well, what does the law say? It says, and then thou shalt remove sin among Israel. This is the result of you not stoning all these oddities, all these adulterers, thieves, you name it.
Right.
Because there's a variety of sin.
Yes.
All right. This is the allowance of each family's rebellious child not being put to death. But the law tells you, and then thou shalt remove sin among Israel. So there's a judgment. There's a reason it gets removed. The brother just went into.
Yeah, you put things like that under the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you bury them under stones, a pile of
Stones.
Scripture say what? Rebuke for all so others make fear. See, yeah, you eliminate those, things.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's gonna make other people who had that thought in their mind start,
Yeah.
consider. Just start considering.
They will consider. If I may,
You got it.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 13. Now, therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, and the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking you a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine.
Damn.
So with all this lewdness, with all this perverseness going on in the land, it's going on unchecked. People are numb to it. People think this is the way life is supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is why these judgments are at hand now, man. Because what? Wrong judgment proceed. The law is slack, man.
Can a brother get 2 Ezra 15:5 real quick? Maybe start at 4. I forgot where it's at.
Yeah, I saw with some dude. He was clearly he was a spirit created for vengeance. Somebody get that, then I'm gonna come behind.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody get that Sirach 39.
Come on, Cap. You there?
Yeah, now do what you're doing. And okay, come on.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15. You want to start at 5? 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Death and destruction.
For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, I will.
That's it. Point being though is that's why all these judgments are coming upon this earth. Now, of course, you're gonna get vexed with all these things that are going on. But I like to say this: you should be happy that it's occurring because look, this gives the Lord justification in destroying this fucking place, man.
Yeah.
You know, we got to see more of this
Because-
bullshit, man.
Because their sins have reached up into the Lord. That's
right.
All right. See, they built up a tab. And now, and the Lord and actually took the time to go and look at that and look at all these tabs that are due. And he's like, wait a minute, these payments is up to this number?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's time to collect.
Yeah.
Okay? It's time to collect. So basically, there's this I don't know if he's an Ephraimite or Israelite, but he was, in the moment with his woman. They clapped each other, he smack. And she screamed out her ex-husband. And in a fit of rage, he beat her to death. Not only did he beat her to death, he ripped part of her body out. He reached in her and started pulling things out of her lady parts, pulling out her stomach and her intestines through her. And she screamed down pain as he hit. This dude had a whole demon on him. All right, he went nuts. All right, it was. I was reading. I was like, what the fuck? And so he just got a sentence. I think he got sentenced to 1,000 years in prison or some shit, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because truth of the matter is, the dude should be put on death row in the worst place that he could possibly be, for a couple days, and then immediately put to death. But see, it's profitable.
Right.
For Esau Edom, because they know that he's a young guy. He got to be in his late 20s, 30s. So, in their mind, they're thinking, well, we got us an inmate now for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's somebody that's going to constantly make these private prison owners and the people who
Investors.
they're investors is going to make them lots of money.
Yep.
Okay, that being the difference. Okay, when truthfully that dude should just be, sent to a very bad place, and then when he have his court date, they give him a judgment, and then he just immediately get put to death. All right, and that would be justice. Matter of fact, the Bible talks about a blood avenger. All right, truthfully said, they should allow her family. They should tie that dude to a pole and give everybody in her family a big ass brick. All right, about maybe 5 or 10 bricks apiece, and everybody get to throw their bricks at him. That would be a righteous death, right? And I would purposely try to hit him in his lower body the first several times first.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, get that second answer, man, because and the girl was, cute. She fucked up. She fucked up though. But that goes to show you that these women, you know what? He just should embrace the fact that it was just his turn, man. She was never yours. When she reached her moment, she screams out this other dude's name. That means she wasn't even thinking about you.
Yeah, man.
You doing the work, but her mind was still on this other dude. So he probably was paying for everything and taking care of everything, and he just flew into a rage.
Yeah.
And like I said, he started beating her, and then he started reaching up in her and pulling shit out, man.
The scriptures
You know, that's the craziest shit I ever heard. I ain't never heard of it. They say sticking shit in her and did all kind of
that's
crazy, insane shit to her,
he
man.
had a demon on him.
I was like, what the fuck?
Demonic.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance,
And clearly he was one of those spirits created for vengeance, man. Go ahead.
which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
So in his fury, he laid on sore strokes. That girl died a horrific, painful death. And guess what? Go ahead.
It says, in the time of destruction, they pour out their force. and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Wow, it appeased the wrath of the Lord that made them. So the Lord was appeased by her suffering. You see, because the crowds and the listeners perceive this woman as innocent. Somebody get 2 Samuel 2:6. Ain't nobody died innocent. If the Lord allowed that to happen to her, she wasn't innocent.
Right.
An innocent, righteous woman, that wouldn't have happened to her. Okay, that woman did some evil, what she thought she got away with, and the Lord, and she paid right then and there. Because she was enjoying herself for a moment. Because clearly, dude was putting in the work. He made a bust. Well, she probably thinking about the other dude. That's what made her bust. But that's probably what hurt himself. That's what made it flop, right? Because you huffing and puffing, steady stuffing, right? And then all of a sudden she's screaming somebody else's name. You know, you're like, what?
The scriptures say what? Jealousy is the rage of a man.
Yeah.
So it's you heard that, man.
That was
Let somebody else get the scripture. You keep what you had. Somebody get that. That spirit. Yeah, Bible check.
Sirach 39 and 29. Fire and hail and famine and death.
So when lightning strikes and all of a sudden the forest light up, then people's houses light up, and then little kids and old people die, and animals die. The Lord did that. Not the devil. The Lord did that. Okay? Go ahead.
It says all these were created for vengeance.
So the Lord will start a fire for vengeance. All right, that horrific fire while those people died. The Lord let that fire itself has a spirit in it. So if you were meant to escape the fire, you're gonna get away. But if you're not meant to get away, you're not. You ain't outrunning that fire. All right? You think you're gonna run and shake that fire? You're gonna break the fire's ankles? Get away? Oh, right.
You ain't gonna Barry Sanders that flame, man.
Exactly.
Ain't gonna happen.
You know, that fire gonna hawk your ass down. Double leg gonna burn you up. Okay?
It's the book of 2 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. It says, and now the Lord show kindness and truth unto you. And I also will requite you this kindness because ye have done this thing.
No. 1 Samuel 2:6. Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
See, so the Lord killeth and maketh him alive. He bring him down to the grave, then he bring your ass back 3 to 4 generations, just as the Bible says. All right, now you can finish yours. All right, when it gets to the animals, because the spirits in them are also created for what? Vengeance. All right, when you see them horrific pit bull attacks, the person open up their slide door to go out on their balcony and the mountain lion meet their ass, drag them off into the woods.
Chimpanzee rip the lady face off.
You know?
I be seeing that a lot, man. Them chimps be chimping out, bro. Leave them the fuck alone, bro. Go ahead.
Sirach 39 and 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come.
Cucumber, good for you. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
Now go back when it says teeth, lion, and
oh, God,
it's a lot part, brother.
Verse 30. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Right. So the sword. So when the YN run up on you with the switch, all right, because he can't shoot you. He ain't gonna hit you if he ain't 2 feet or 1 foot away from you. You know, you cross the street, you got a real good chance. He gonna hit everybody else, but God knows. All right. Now, why do you think they run up? They literally run up, be 2 feet away. All right. I saw one with dumbass YN ran up, shooting the dude, and one of them shot his boy. So his boy died right next to the nigga that they went after.
Stupid.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. They jump out the car. And the dude in his phone, he don't even see him coming. He started running. They all start shooting at him. And instead of standing back, because it's like my bullets can reach you. I don't need to stand over you. Right. And so his boy run to stand over him, and while he aiming to shoot him, and he shoot his boy in the back just like 2 or 3 times. And you see his boy shooting him, then he see his boy and fall over, right? And he on the ground next to him. And then they just run off and leave, jump in the car. I was like, I ain't feel sorry for
Yeah,
them.
no, I don't feel sorry. He probably told his homie too, man. Like these niggas back door their homies.
Yeah, he hit his homie in the back at least 2 or 3 times. Right? His boy died right there on the ground with the victim.
Damn, my bad, boy.
Right, the victim like that's
Damn. Get in the car.
right. But yeah, so when they run up on you with the sword, when the pit bulls attack, these dogs attack babies in the crib, and all kind of crazy shit that happens here in America.
They do. Yes, they do.
All right.
Got one for you. Oh, glory 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Yahweh Shemel Shai has perfect judgment.
God, what were the righteous cut off? If they so basically when that girl got her image snatched out through her kitty, okay, she won the righteous. I mean, it's sad that that she had to go out like that, but it is what it is. He said, "Well, were the righteous cut off?" So clearly she wasn't. She was a victim, but she wasn't righteous. That's why the Lord allowed it to happen to her. You have to understand that part, right? If you don't get it, don't get mad at me. That's what the scripture says. Cause dude got what he got coming 1,000 years.
Right. That's crazy.
All right.
Verse 8, it says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
And the joke is on Esau, because America ain't got 1,000 years. America may not have 2 years.
He giving away time he don't got.
He giving away exactly.
Damn.
He giving away time. That's an excellent statement.
Yeah.
Esau giving away time he don't have, man.
Mhm.
All right. It ain't looking like 2027 might be it. They going digital. All right. This the way things are going. They may very well crash this system this summer.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
And we're the ones who get the cash out on this prophecy, man.
Yeah. And I said it. The day that I beat them in this court case, this Title 4D, that crash will come, the end will come right there. It actually looked like I got them backpedaling again. Because they tried to throw sanctions on me and had a case thrown out again. All right. So I had to withdraw the case and then reapply it again so that didn't apply to it's this bull. These games ain't playing. They playing games because it's like if I'm so wrong, have a fucking court date. Why are you so afraid to to take this shit to court?
Just
prove me wrong, all right, and then I'm just stuck. But see, they can't because the problem is I'm right,
right,
and I'm a nigga,
Yeah.
right, and their feelings hurt because I figured out and proved that that they doing crooked shit to everybody, and now it seems that vibration is growing on the internet.
Yep.
Because it's more and more Title 4D shit
Right.
going up on the internet every day,
Right.
showing you how corrupt it is.
It's becoming more common. That term.
People are starting to see it now. And once again, nobody was talking about that before I was.
Yeah. Hey, because the lower level Edomite, they was cool with all these unrighteous decrees. All right. As long as they had a pretext to catch a nigga. As long as a nigga went to jail over this shit.
But see, it's happened to Edomite men.
Yeah.
A lot.
Mhm.
A lot of Edomite men. And and Esau, he get mad. He unliving everybody.
Yeah.
Because Esau, what was that character that Russell Crowe played? Unhinged.
Oh yeah.
It's the movie star that he went to his house, killed his wife and the ninja that was banging.
Burnt the whole house down.
And burnt right. He's like, right. No, nigga, you ain't banging my bitch in my house. And I'm paying for it.
Right.
I'm in my place alone, hugging my pillow and sucking my thumb. And you enjoying this wench of mine. And he took them both out.
Took them both out.
Yeah. That's why Scripture says the pit that he have digged, he has fallen into himself, man. All right. So you really talking about child support, his women turning against him. Okay. All these unrighteous decrees, man. You got some shit called the sovereign citizen.
10 and 1.
Yep.
What's happening is Deuteronomy 30 and 7.
Yeah.
Those curses are falling upon you. That's all you're seeing, every day now.
Yeah, it's a problem now. Now it's a problem, man. Oh, now it's a problem because it's touching you,
Well,
man.
just like when they voted for Trump.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
Esau, he's willing. to suffer a little if he thinks that Jake is gonna get something. And he's wait a minute. He's like, wait, I'm gonna get this, but they gonna get it too. Now I don't want. Then we don't want that thing. And now and so with that whole mindset, with this whole Trump issue, racism have proven itself to be very, very costly now. And Esau's hating it. And now there's 1,000 videos on the internet now. We should have listened to the Negroes. We should have listened to black folks.
Yeah.
You know, and all that right. That's those talking points. Right? The black folks were telling us all along. Yeah, why are black folks sitting this out? Why are they out up in arms when they had that No King's Day? It was like we were expecting more black brothers and sisters to show up. We were on our own in this. And then one white person said, well, I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. They tired. He said, nigga, shit, they've been telling us. And we did the dumb shit anyway.
Right.
You know? It's just like, look, you know, when you got a toddler that's learning how to walk and things like that, and you know, and they're in the kitchen when you cooking, and every time they go near the stove, you can tell them hot, 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 and they looking at you like you speaking German or something.
Right. Yeah.
But as soon as they touch something hot, and they scream and and they cry, and when you say hot, now they know.
Now they understand.
Now you say hot, they getting the hell out the way.
Right.
They don't want no parts of that.
Yeah.
Okay. But see, Esau wasn't like that.
Yeah,
Right? Esau wasn't like that. Jake kept telling them hot. It's hot. It's hot. And now they wouldn't touch Trump. That shit hot. Now it's burning.
That's Trump Steve. It's because of perpetual slugger. That's because they perpetual hatred for us. They cut off their nose and spite their face. They hate us so much and so bad. They don't give, like you just said, they'll do whatever the fuck they need to do, kill off their own kind just to try to get rid of Jake.
They'll be broke living in a trailer home when they could have let them. That's what's up, bro.
That's why Scripture says, "Oh that thou were wise, that you would consider the latter end of it."
Right.
See, this nigga can't see past his fucking nose, man. All right, man, and he gave away his birthright. Okay, this man doesn't think, he has no foresight, he has no prudence, man. All right, he's a child, man. A child doesn't see the latter end of eating 100.
The kingdom.
Yeah, the candy. Yeah,
man, that's 1,000 lifetimes.
Yeah.
I'm hungry right
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you and your king. Right. Give me that raw ass meat.
It's my money and I want it.
Yeah. And what that one comedian said, vote for Trump, vote for Trump. Yeah, vote for Trump. You could be better than the nigga. He said, I could be better than a nigga? Yeah. Oh, you got my vote. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what it was one Edomite chick, fat, red, just like Kirby, man. All right. Like some wide and chewed up gum. She crying, face red as hell over Trump. I thought you were gonna make it better for people like me. Now my food stamps are gone. Now my Medicaid is gone. Yeah, get your ass out of here, nigga. You're gone, nigga. You know, but that's the pit you did say. He's cast into a net by his own feet, man. Yeah, sure. All right.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, exactly, man. So now unfortunately for them, a lot of this grievousness that they prescribe with unrighteous decrees is falling upon them. The curses are now falling upon them. Esau being belittled and talked about by his own woman. Okay? And then the number one question that they're asking Edomite women, especially if they're thick, if they're shapely, if they're curvy.
You've been with a black.
Yeah, because and guess what? The average thick and curvy Edomite woman is into ethnic men. That's just a fact. Why? Why is that so? Because that's what ethnic men are gonna pay more attention, especially Jake.
Well, you go into the dark ages, if I may say, when we did our art, because our art in the dark ages was very heterosexual, okay? Very hetero. You'll see a painting and you'll see a robust white woman. I'm talking about, with that
robust.
Yeah, with all that the brown tires like the moon back there, man. That's the type of shit we paint.
Yeah, big old milk carrier.
Yeah.
They had all this
calcium cannons.
Yeah.
Okay?
Calcium.
They had that, right. You saw that. Okay, so Jake tends to like women like that, man. Right now, you got some Jake that like little bitty thing, but most Jake don't, man.
Yeah.
Right?
That's how you know when the Renaissance came in, because the art went from that to little boys naked, the little babies with their little pee out, all this little fruity, all the little supposed to be God and his son, was the 15th chapel or something, the 16th chapel.
The whole thing, David thing.
Yeah, that's how you know when it switched over. Because when Jacob ruled, it's more of a heterosexual vibe.
Give me that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7. And Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemy, and on them which hate thee, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Right, and so constant persecution, and now those curses are falling upon them. I personally, oh, that's a dope ass dog. But I personally enjoy watching Esau cry on the internet. Right, suffer. Right, it's heartwarming to me. It brings me pleasure. How Pop said, when you every day my foot is dog ass. Back, you know.
Right.
I mean, it gives me great pleasure to know that Esau is out there suffering. That he can't pay all a 500-year head start and all these benefits and loans, debt, loans and grants he didn't have to pay back, low interest and all that, and yet a huge portion of them cannot pay and make their bills.
How pathetic.
How wait a minute, how'd you have a 500-year head start and all these degrees and now you're in the same boat as a fourth? How did that work out for you?
Yeah, I got a quote from this president.
Right?
Lyndon B. Johnson? Yeah, I got it. You got it.
No, bring that out.
This is a quote from the president. This is they've been y'all government been fucking y'all over forever. This is a famous quote from President Lyndon B. Johnson. It said, if you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you picking his pocket. Hell, he'll give you somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you.
That's what's been happening. See? That's why the scriptures tell you in Obadiah, they that eat thy bread have deceived thee. See, the whole time you Edomites was pushing all this shit to keep us on the bottom. Meanwhile, the small hats was infiltrating your government body.
Yep.
So now that they fully established themselves, now they're robbing you and your citizens, and they blackmailing you.
And you pay welfare to them in almost every form of your government, every form of your healthcare, every form of your law enforcement. They sit at the top.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Their people are sitting at the top, at the very top of it, man.
And
all your HR departments. All right. Hence the reason why the Epstein files will never come out. Circling back to the beginning when we started. 89% of the people on that list are little hat men. All right. And like that one lady said, I forget who it said, but she said that if we were to open these files up and investigate, the whole system would come down. Well, then what you just admitted to is that your whole system is corrupt. It shouldn't be. So your whole so basically, and once again, you Edomite Christians, you accepted the fact that these J-ish men raped a whole bunch of white men by the thousands.
Yeah, man. Ate them and killed them.
Did all kind of shit to them.
Right.
All right.
He's clapping shit by the pound.
And they shit you, and they were underage young girls too. Now you had that same scenario. If you go back long enough, where it didn't even really happen, just the thought of it or the talk of it happened, whole towns of Negroes burned up and destroyed.
Hello.
So not one little hat is paid for anything that they've done.
Not one. Hell, they can just flee back to the state of Israel.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what they do.
Complete impunity. Yep. Let's talk about it. All throughout South America, all right, you had these rabbis getting caught with all these child sex trafficking pedo rings. What did they do? They just flew back to Israel. No problem. No law. No extradition. None of that, man. That's how you know who's in rulership right now, man. A bunch of goddamn PDF files, man.
Yeah, no investigation.
No investigation, nothing. This nigga, he could just hop on the goddamn Southwest Boeing. All right.
Most people be locked up and held without bail.
Yeah.
And he out of there.
Yeah. He's out of there.
Matter of fact, one dude in Texas, they were there for some pedophile shit to investigate pedophile people. But he got caught trying to solicit underage girl or some shit like that, and him and a whole bunch of other men, and but for some reason he got bailed out and was on a plane to Israel. All the rest of them went to go face the judge.
Damn. Yeah.
Now, so all these other normal white guys,
Yeah.
these normal white Christian extremists, they didn't dodge the judge.
Right.
But the Judeo-Christian white guy
Yeah.
went right back to Israel though.
Right.
Yeah, and they're
You
mad
know-
about that.
You know,
Hey, cause what's this guy's name? Lyndon Baines Johnson. Hey, Bain means death, man. Oh, that nigga Bain said, "Do you feel in charge?" hey, you low-level Edomites, do you still feel in charge? Yeah, you got played. Hey, this footage of J. Epps, all right, J. Epps walking around Israel just casually. Nigga probably going buy a coffee and shit.
Playing games.
Yeah, you.
They caught him, bro.
Yeah.
He was, online.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot what game.
Playing Fortnite.
Fortnite.
That nigga playing Fortnite, man, eating a fucking matzo soup. You know what I mean? Right. Blasting Wu-Tang,
Wait,
laughing and shit.
got some underage girl in his bed waiting for him right now.
Yeah.
What was he done with that game?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, and you low-level Edomites, you're looking like, damn, you got cut out the deal, man.
Yeah,
You got cut out the
now
deal.
they wanna cry.
Yeah.
Oh, the white race is under attack. It's okay to be, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Y'all all going into captivity, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
And then that's the little hats trying to make it a whole black and white thing to get the focus off them.
Exactly. Right.
So the truth of the matter is, for you regular Edomites, man, you regular, normal, everyday white Christian extremists, the issue is not Judah and you. The real issue is the little hats, your own people.
The little
That jacked you up, man.
Yep.
They got you broke. They've been telling you all, that picture with the little hat. You got the whole mountain of cookies behind him.
Yeah.
All right. and then he's sitting at the table, okay? And then it's a Jake on one side and a white Christian extremist on the other side. And the Jake got a cookie and he looking at the white Christian extremist, telling him, hey, he's taking your cookie.
Right. He got a whole fucking mountain of cookies behind
Right, he got a mountain of cookies behind him.
Yeah.
Because he didn't share the wealth. The little hats didn't share the wealth with the rest of you white Christian extremists.
Yeah, they gave you whiteness, man. They took your gold with the Federal Reserve System.
Took your silver.
Yeah, took your silver, put you on the debt system. Okay, so now, and you're on the hook for all this debt, by the way. Okay, hey, even Gerald Celente said that when goods are free, you're the commodity, so they own you, which is basic.
That's true, because
Yeah.
we know how we know they own you because you have a birth certificate and you have a social security number. That literally means that you're owned. They control you.
Yeah.
Right? They trade you on the stock market.
Yeah.
As simple as that, just like a slave.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Which is funny that you look at us crazy when we tell you you're going into slavery. You're already in slavery. Okay? There you got all these Edomites crying and what says that children shall come. Somebody unless you hold some for the elder already. The children shall complain of an ungodly father. So hey, here it is. You've been cut out the deal, man. All right, Amalek, the liquor hats cut you completely out the deal.
No cheese for you, man.
Yeah. Oh, the soup Nazi. No soup for you. That was on Seinfeld, man. No soup for you, man. So hey, so now, because look, hey, anybody like if you go to these trailer parks, man, and you see the way these Edomites are living, man, they're all on meth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, there's a whole documentary called Meth Storm, bro.
Oh my God.
And it's dealing with all that shit in the Appalachians, man. That problem out there.
Yeah.
True, bro.
They-
Go watch that documentary. It's like an HBO documentary.
See, what they do is, what the media does is they always shine a light on Chicago or heavily populated metropolitan areas where it's a bunch of niggas in it, where it's a bunch of brownies at.
And
Niggas
if
is
you
fixed.
want to really know how jacked up, how Esau told him himself, one of his most popular shows, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Breaking Bad shows you how messed up white Christian extremist society is with their drug problems and their crime.
They are through.
And they're in the ghettos and their trailer park ghettos, man.
They are.
It shows you how fucked up the white Christian society is, the white Christian extremist society is with that drug problem, and how many of them are actually in and out of jail dealing with police behind the meth trade.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
they'll keep this camera shining on Chicago
Every time.
and not on the Appalachian Mountains
Every time.
and those other places where all those white Christian extremists live.
Shit, throughout the suburbs here in Illinois. Man, you go in the suburbs in Illinois, man. You go in these suburbs in these different states, man. These Edomites is cooked, man. They are cooked, man. They whatever little factory jobs they got, they working those little factory jobs. They hooked on prescription drugs. They doing a whole lot of mess. All right, and they just doing a whole lot of weird shit out here, man.
Shit, you go to the West Coast, man. You go to Seattle, you go to Oregon, through all the dope fiends.
Kensington, Philly.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
God.
the dope fiends are Edomites.
Yeah,
All of them.
and they all saying you go look. They take their camera and you pan it down any street in Kensington.
All you see is the
That's the one.
Lean back. Hey, Fat Joe. Lean back.
They ass through, man. Hey, the heathen, the Moabites and shit, they were trolling. They were trolling Americans, man. They were like, yeah, this is the typical American. And that's like a fucking trend, man. All right. These Edomites are finished, man, but they never show you that, man. They never show you that because they're so finished.
Well,
They dropping dead like flies.
You got to understand too. It goes back to what I said about an hour ago. We live in a society where the white Christian extremist male must always have the appearance of being what's good and what's the proper stature of manhood and what's and morality, et cetera, et cetera. When the truth of the matter is, he's the complete opposite. He's a degenerate. Okay. Yeah. And how many times do I have to say, never trust a man with a bald face and a necktie?
Yep.
Those are the people not to be trusted, man. All right. You always got to keep an eye on a guy like that. Okay.
Yeah.
The book of Sirach, chapter 41 and verse 6. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
You have no future. There's no future for America, man. All right, man. Kiss it all. Goodbye, man. All right. It's all over with, man.
And they're crying about it.
Yeah.
I've heard them cry about that. I'll never own the same house like my grandmother and grandfather. I'll never be able to do what my father did. I'll never be able to do what they did.
Yeah.
So if you happen to not be born into a family where there's a lot of property and things being passed down from generation to generation, if you really got to go out and work and do it on your own, it's not going to happen, man.
Yeah.
These people are seeing that the system is failing them. It's for like that.
Hey, what's that song from the 80s? It goes, hey now, don't drink sober. That's Jake that seen that song. But it says, hey now. The band is called Crowded Houses. All right? Hey now, don't dream it's over. The American dream is over, man. Hey, what's that wrestler name? Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. See, that's what's happening right now. Now you're in the American nightmare, nigga.
Yeah.
Now shit's getting Freddy Kruegerish. Oh yeah, Cody. Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Dusty Rhodes' son. Yeah, and Dusty Rhodes was called the American Dream when he was wrestling. Yeah. So
the son of Nightmare now.
So yeah, his son's the American Nightmare. Which Dusty Rhodes was a whole nigga, man.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes was Jake.
Yeah, he was straight Jake, bro.
100% Jake.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites, man. Top 5.
Sirach 41 and 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Yeah. And that's what's happening right now. You got to hear this, man. That's why you got critical race theory. All right, you trying to put all this information.
You want to replace the word history with theory.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you going to take history and make
it theory?
But it's facts
Yeah.
that support all the shit that we saying.
Yeah.
You documented it.
But that's just it. It's the same way when I'm dealing with the court.
Yeah.
They want to remove the facts. All right. That's the same with that. I compare those two. They're very similar.
Right.
All right. Here you have a whole book of critical race history. All right. But you want to label it theory and then remove it from the schools.
Exactly.
So here I come with all the evidence of your unlawful doings under the color of law. Look up what the color of law means. All right. So you're doing all this illegal shit under the color of law. All right, that's completely and totally unconstitutional and breaking the laws of the land. So and then you read it, and then you just want to try to keep it out of the courts.
Right.
That's the same shit.
Yeah.
There's no difference. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, let me grab this.
Go ahead, brother.
This is I got this from AR overview. This is just a fact. So you people that think people listen to the lies. It says based on the latest data from FBI Uniform Crime Reporting, white Americans are arrested for most crimes overall in the United States. It says this 2025 data. Recent data released in 2025 provides a detailed breakdown of arrests and victimization.
So that's 2025 data. All right, that just happened.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It says overall arrests. White individuals consistently account for roughly 67 to 69% of all arrests in U.S. Black African individuals account for approximately 25%.
Then they'll turn around and try to use per capita.
Yeah, that's what I was
Exactly.
gonna say.
They try to duck and dodge that by using per capita.
It says
Yes, more of us, so duh.
No, not more, y'all. Y'all been getting away with this. This just was reported.
Because you lying. Well, not only that, you got to understand that the whole 13% is a complete lie. It's a complete made up pseudoscience lie that they've been using, all right, as an excuse for what, about 4 or 5 generations.
Exactly.
All right, that's a complete and total lie. It's way more of us than just 13%.
Exactly.
Okay, way more. That's a lot.
Yep.
Especially when you consider the fact when you go back to the 70s and the 80s, most of our women were having children as teenagers.
Yeah.
All right, in the 70s and the 80s, white women weren't having children until they were 25 or older, in their 30s and shit like that. That's why you'll be a young mother or father going to the you drop your kids off at the daycare and stuff, and then there's all these older people there, and you thinking they grandmothers and grandfathers, they damn children.
Right.
Well, just like in Egypt, it says the children of Israel became more than the Egyptians.
So
It says the more that they put hell on us, the more babies we had.
Man, there's no way.
Yeah.
Right? When you think of the amount of children that were born in the 70s and 80s
Yeah.
to teenage, colored folks, that we still just 13%.
Right.
That's a lie. And y'all believe that bullshit.
And yeah, they count Hispanics. They count every other nationality as white. So that's another part of the lie.
So that's another part of the lie. Hispanics, well, a lot of them found out the hard way,
Right.
especially with ICE, that they're not white at all.
Exactly.
All right? I'm one of you, man. Oh, you found out you not. Okay? You found it out the hard way.
Yeah, you found out you're a taco nigger, man.
All right?
That's right. This is a violent crime. While
That's
white,
what the word Indio and Indios go back to. The word Indios is basically cross from nigger.
Right.
The same 2 words that sit right across from each other. It's what that's telling them on that paperwork. You're not one of us.
Yep.
That's why you're Indio, so you're Indian, right? And we know that word goes back to savage. So savage, nigger, same shit.
Yeah. Right.
Go ahead, brother.
This is a violent crime. While white individuals make up the majority of the arrests for violent
Now,
crimes.
now these are white Christian extremists, by the way. All right, white Christian extremists. Because if you're a Christian, all Christianity was brought through some of the most extreme, was pushed through some of the most extremist terroristic acts known in the history of mankind.
And that's a fact.
And that's a fact. Yeah, that's not racist or bias. Being biased, that's just being a truthful fact. All right, go ahead.
It says
So you got to say it right. White Christian extremists are what?
white Christian extremists individuals make up the majority of arrests for violent crimes overall, about 59%. It says, but Black Americans are arrested at a disproportionately higher rate relative to their population, meaning that they are over policing our neighborhoods for the shit that they doing. So they are.
And they've even admitted that they do that.
Exactly.
Right.
There's many videos where police officers are admitting that they're instructed to do that.
Exactly.
All right. I've told you 1,000 times over and over. Okay. When I had a shitload of clients, all right, and I was up there with all the rich folks on the Gold Coast and Lincoln Park, all through that neighborhood. All right. Exactly.
That's right.
Okay. But when I was all through there, all those people do drugs.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
those wealthy people do drugs. Their
Yeah.
kids do drugs.
Yeah.
Right? Their kids go to school with backpacks full of drugs.
Yeah.
But what you never see is the police on the corner. You never see white kids bent over the hood of cars getting their pockets ran through with their book bags and everything emptied out on the ground.
Right.
Right? You never see that. But let a group of Jake kids walk down the street with their backpacks. They all up against the wall, hands on the wall, pockets inside out. Go ahead, buddy.
I say Elvin Malcolm, they're actually selling in bulk too, man. A lot of them cats from Lincoln Park, fucking Wicker Park, all these different northwest suburbs, the North Shore suburbs, They're the ones who are supplying the dope here.
They
in
bring it
Sue-
right to the colleges. That's where you get most of the drugs. You writing it's coming in through white guys. Why? Because if they even showed you that in power, the white guy don't get stopped.
Yeah.
Remember his was it Malik, whatever that little piece of shit son of the main kid. His homeboy Tariq, his roommate. All right.
I was gonna say, this is somebody that Mariala knew back in the day. I kind of knew the guy a little bit too, but this guy was a realtor selling, doing that real estate in like the Gold Coast, downtown, all that stuff, right? His side hustle was selling pounds and pounds of weed at the time.
And they said they a lot of coke too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of that shit.
All right. One of my clients was telling me about some dude that we both knew. All right, some white Christian extremist. And she was, oh yeah, I know that guy. He used to get his coke from the same guy that I used to get it from. I'm like, damn. All right.
Yep.
Holy.
Yeah, because some people on the Gold Coast do a lot of drugs, a lot of coke. I had a lot of clients that had drug problems and drug issues. Okay, and a lot of them was the ish.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I had one name. Her name was M. Shapiro. I won't say her full name. All right, but I remember when they said she was one of my favorite people, little redhead chick, and they sent her out to California to go to one of them luxury rehab country home type place.
Yeah, about Santa Monica.
Right? Yeah, overlooking the ocean front, hair blowing in the wind and shit.
To get more drugs.
You know?
Oh shit.
She gonna get better coke.
Hey, Elder, on the reboot, on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot, Bel-Air, it was a scene where that nigga Carlton wanted to get some more drugs, bro. So one of his white friends took him to another white nigga, and the nigga say, "Hey man, what you want? I got everything you need. You want smokables, drinkables, injectables? I got it all."
Yeah.
But just going back to what the elder said,
Because
they have
it's true. Because they're not, because like the scripture said, they're not in trouble as other men.
Yep.
All right, and we've all heard the brother Yanagya with his story with the Jewish lawyer.
Yeah.
All right. Said he was hanging back when he was in the world. He's sitting on the back porch with some of his homies from the hood, and one of them had a homie who was a Jewish lawyer, and they all smoking weed. They're smoking weed with the lawyer, and they said they ran out of weed, and the lawyer's like, "I got some more in my car." He's going to he said, "I'll go with you." So he goes to walk to the dude's car with him. Dude pops open his truck. This dude got pouches,
trash
bags, and he say, look at him. He's like, "Man, you're not scared to ride around with all that?" And the dude looked at him and said, "I'm white." And Nagel was like, "Oh yeah, right." So they took out some weed out of the truck and they closed the trunk and walked back. Because he said, "I'm hanging out with a white lawyer," and then he told him, "Oh, I'm a white lawyer." He said, "I'm a lawyer, man. The cop pulled me over. I'm a lawyer. By the time he finished lawyer talking to him, cop just, you know what, dude? I want to keep my badge." Right.
Yeah,
Unless you got this lawyer on tape, on your body cam doing some illegal shit, your word against his in court, you're gonna lose that battle.
Somebody get that. They're not in trouble.
Okay? Yeah, somebody go ahead and get him. But that story always tickled me, man. Because the dude, because it's funny as hell. Because he he's from Puerto Rican in the hood.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Damn, bro, you ain't scared to ride around with all that in your truck?"
That's great.
And the dude just looked at him like, "Bro, I'm white." Then the light bulb went on. He's like, "Oh shit, you're right, man. This is right. Nigga in the world need a white Jewish friend."
Yeah. Yep. Hey, what's Joe Biden that put that law out? He's like, yeah. Well, he was saying it like, yeah, one crack rock will get you this much years. Then you have his son, Hunter Biden, right on camera, smoking crack with a little girl in the shower and shit. Yeah. This is a little 5-year-old, 6-year-old girl, man. All right. And this is your politicians, man. All right. These are the real criminals, man.
Yep.
Exactly.
Whoever got that.
That's a
He videotaped getting topped.
Yeah. He got the crack, the pistol.
That nigga straight out of the beach
shop. Right.
That nigga, he got a whole fucking terabyte full of BBC porn. Next to top secret government information. was a wild motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he was.
He was a wild.
No, he was. What was that dude? Rich Daddy. Got the strap on him.
Oh my
You know,
God.
always doing some illegal shit.
Oh, that nigga was smoking big rocks, man. Bugging out.
That's
This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They're not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Right, because hey, man, like the elder's going into, it's the ghettos that are over police, man. See, the police are slave patrol. Okay, they're pretty much slave patrol.
Same badge that they wore back then.
Yeah,
Now.
same badge, man. Keep reading.
Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Yeah, and you got a video surfacing here and there of these police sheriffs just murdering the Jake, man.
Yeah.
They all just they just murdered him on camera,
Well,
man.
you know what? They got a very high percentage of people that are dying in those ICE containment centers too,
Yeah.
man. They got more people dying in them like every month, and they said this year is on track to beat last year, and last year's numbers were ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the women are being sexually abused.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of complaints about that. You know, that's being said. There's a lot of complaints from women being sexually abused,
Yeah.
and you got a lot of and then exploiting the people because what they're doing is you know, people that got family members locked up.
Right.
It costs them hundreds of dollars just to talk to them.
Yeah.
They got the whole thing scanned.
Whole other
Yeah, and so a lot of these women that got you know, they're being threatened or a lot of these inmates, they're threatening them with doing stuff to their wives too.
Yeah.
So it's just so much stuff going on with that, man.
Hey.
And now they talking about canceling the investigation or using their own guys to investigate their own guys.
Wow.
Right.
And where's that gonna go? Yeah,
Yeah, right. He opened the door and it's somebody in there getting clapped.
Right.
there's nothing to see here.
There's nothing to see here. There's
Clean,
nothing going on.
Look well
Right.
ops.
It doesn't look like she's resisting.
Yeah.
Never mind the line of men waiting their turn.
Right, man.
Yeah.
in their mouth.
Hey, but see, that's why scripture says Ephraim shall bring his children to a murderer. It's this one Jake, he looks like either he's Mexican or Native American or something, but he does a lot of videos talking about how the Northern Kingdom are just a fucking a bunch of assholes. Hey, and he brought out basically that here it is, these Native American, this particular Native American tribe, they're on the reservations. They live worse than anybody in America. They live in
They're
complete,
not getting casino checks.
yeah,
The casino checks are going to them Dawes Roll Edomites that call themselves natives.
Edomites.
Right? Real natives are not getting casino money, man.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the majority of to be truthfully speaking, the majority of so-called Native Americans are reclassified as Negroes.
Yeah.
All right, they're calling them Negroes right now.
But if I may say, Elder, because this guy brought out that this how much of a coon these Uncle Tomahawks are, and all you Northern Kingdom niggas. This particular Native American tribe, they're broke as hell, but they had $30 million to donate to ICE. And here it is, ICE turned around and started grabbing them up. Oh, you niggas look like illegals. You guys pay, you Northern Kingdom niggas, man. You deserve what's coming for you. You deserve this shit, man. And a lot of you, he had a picture of this one. I don't know, she was Cuban or something. She in the back of the ICE car with a damn Donald Trump tattoo, man. Okay, man. I will put Donald Trump. Hey, listen, man. You know the Kingdom niggas, man. You are through, man. And, hey, look, man. Hey, I pray.
Jamming too.
Yeah, man.
Getting down, bro. Charon everywhere, bro.
5 minutes later. Hey, look, 5 minutes later. Oh my God, she mad because her husband got took by ICE, man. Okay? Hey, you niggas, man, you Northern Kingdom niggas, man, you deserve this shit, man.
Yeah,
And look, that's why the prophets prayed, man. I pray. I hope it could be worse with ICE this year, man.
Yeah.
I hope they fucking come in like a flood,
But
man.
they coming from the niggas too. Look. What do you think those detention centers were built for? They're built for American citizens. They're not built for the detainees. They don't need that many for and you know, They built those centers all over America, man.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a whole bunch of them in Indiana and in
Not only that, Savon, they have closed down so many of those major stores in your hood, like Walgreens, CVS. That's just never coming back. So they can use all those as quick transition spots.
Yep.
Throw your ass right in your neighborhood.
Put you in your own
Yep.
neighborhood, put you there. And
Dope
ship
your
you-
ass up and ship your ass
and
out.
A lot of them Walmarts around the country.
Yep.
That's what they're used for.
Yep. Yep.
Because they built Walmarts on the outskirts of town.
Yep.
On the outskirts. I was when I was in California, and I was working for Legs Pantyhose. I was a Legs fan. All right. It was a great job, brother. But nevertheless, you know, but I was working for Legs Pantyhose, and they were putting up, and when those Walmarts were going up, we were installing the hosiery centers and all of them. So basically what I did was I drove a box truck and I just went from town to town to town all over Northern California. All right. So every week I had a overnight trip or two. I'll be away a night or two in some small town somewhere in California. All right. In a new town with a new lace girl, a new, you know. So that's what I did. And we were always putting them things up. And there would be 5 towns and one ginormous ass Walmart where everybody in those surrounding 5 towns came to.
Wow.
And those Walmarts were always built by train tracks and by major highways. Exactly. All right. There's always train tracks not far away. So when I heard that they would be using as for civil unrest, things of that nature, it all makes sense to me.
Damn.
Because I was like, damn, these things really are strategically put right here.
Right.
All right. I lived in I lived in Hayward, California, which is the suburb of Oakland. So the niggas with money lived up in Oakland Hills and in Hayward. Then the next city was Fremont, in those cities, back south towards San Jose. Okay. Now all those places are just good and ghetto and everybody drugged out and broke now. But the point is though, is that you have all these cities, all right? So you had Hayward, Union City, Castro Valley, all them little towns that were right next to each other, okay? And then you'd have one gigantic Walmart that's set right in the middle of them all, off the highway where a bunch of train tracks were. So it's real easy to see that those centers. And then the brother Gar, I think Gar's in the brother of the Iscrite brother. I think Gar's in Arizona now. He was part of the Denver snap when they first started, right?
Right.
Way back then. I think Gar now is in Arizona. But the brother Gar, way back in about 2015, 16, he told me how he was doing a build out. We're gonna close it up after this. But how he was doing a build out inside of a former Walmart where he's an electrician and he put electrical outlets in the corner in towers. There was a tower in every corner of it, all right, and with big thick glass windows, all right, and he said I'm putting these outlets in, and these clearly what's a guard to.
Right.
He said, what else, is one in each corner.
Right.
And so from each corner you can see over the whole thing.
Right.
So you put, a guard or two up there and they can see. And I thought how damn they could section it off. The women, the children, the men, and then the ones they plan to get rid of with the guillotines.
Right. Yep.
I was just because they got, 30-foot ceilings.
Right.
They got no windows.
They got 30-foot ceilings, no windows, and they got center block walls that are about 2 feet thick.
Yeah, no signal.
Okay. Yeah, you go in there, you barely can get a signal.
Yeah, you barely get a signal anywhere.
Because it's all concrete. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. So we'll see what happens, man. But that's sedition, that Jacob's trouble. This is all a part of it.
That's right.
Matter of fact, let's get that second Ezra 15. We'll get rid of it. Wrap it up. That's sedition among men. Because that's when these things are going to come into play.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. I'll start at 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yep. So we talked about Tom and Bob earlier. All right. They're gonna be exchanging pew pews back and forth across the fence. That's right.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Right. The Reaper already told you he doing whatever he needs to do to feed his family.
That's right.
So you don't, and he said when he go on the block to get something, he eliminate that whole block.
And a bunch of hunters like him.
Okay.
And that word sedition, it means uprising against the government. Okay. It says, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right. And truthfully said, if the government wants you to uprise, so they have an excuse to go forward with their plans. So that's why they making it so hard, because they hoping you, and they could tell in the past, they were trying to get Judah to kick it off, but Judah wasn't going.
Yeah.
And Esau too much of a bitch right now. Yeah. So because they talk all that shit, but ain't none of them doing nothing.
Yeah.
They gotta get squeezed some more, because ain't none of them ran up in those city halls yet. Nowhere. To the point where they just gotta fake it now. They gotta do fake, hotel shit, and they gotta do these false flag events.
Yeah.
But shit ain't really happening, and they trying to sell you that it's happening.
Yeah.
All right.
If I may say so, if you notice, a lot of these movies and shows are coming out, it's always about a protest or rebelling, a revolution against the government.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get these people in that spirit, so they could come in and do it themselves. But like the other saying, a lot of them, they're not doing shit.
Well, because the problem is Esau shot his own nose off. He clipped his own nose off of his face, man, because he made men docile by attacking testosterone.
Exactly.
See, you can't attack and destroy testosterone and then expect men to raise up. You got a nation full of bitch niggas.
Yep.
Real talk.
Yeah.
From Esau to Jake.
Yep.
America is full of bitch ass niggas.
Yeah. And the only time
who are not gonna do a damn thing unless you come in their door. All right. And they still might just put their hands up and walk out back.
Yeah. No, you got to put the squeeze on them. You got to make them hungry.
So yeah, so they, that's your own fault. Okay. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, glory to.
Yeah.
Mom Yasharella. Bob.
Yeah, I was thinking about